Admiral Tarek Voss stood on the bridge of the EFS Vindicator, flagship of Earth's mighty armada. Through the viewport, the vast darkness of space was punctuated by countless pinpricks of light. Not stars, but the engines of 800,000 warships, the largest battle fleet ever assembled in the history of humanity. Fleet status report, Voss commanded, his weathered face illuminated by holographic displays. Commander Lyric Ambrose approached, her cybernetic eye glowing faintly. All battle groups report ready, Admiral. Operation Nemesis is awaiting your eye signal. Voss nodded grimly. The memory of what the Keldarans had done to Earth 3 years prior still burned like acid in his mind. The unprovoked assault had wiped out 17 coastal megacities in a single day. 2 billion lives extinguished. For what? A demonstration of power. A warning to submit. The Keldaran High Command expects us to surrender our outer colonies. By tomorrow, said General Oryx Kalani, the scarred veteran who had lost his family in New Shanghai. They're still unaware of our fleet buildup in the Oort cloud. Good, Voss replied. They thought us broken, too primitive to respond effectively. His fingers tightened around the command rail. They were wrong. In the 3 years since the attack, humanity had channeled its collective grief and rage into a singular purpose. Every factory, every shipyard, every resource was dedicated to building the instruments of retribution. The Keldaran Empire, with its 7 armed warriors and technological superiority, had never considered humans a serious threat, merely an upstart species to be taught humility. Their homeworld defenses, Voss asked. Formidable but not designed to repel an attack of this magnitude, replied Fleet Intelligence Officer Daisha Mirza. They've never been challenged on their home turf. Their empire expanded through intimidation more than actual warfare. Lieutenant Braxton Kivuli, the young tactical officer, added, their shield matrix has a fluctuation cycle. We've identified the harmonic, a synchronized alpha strike from all vessels during the 3-second vulnerability window will penetrate their planetary defense grid. Voss surveyed the faces of his command staff. Each carried the weight of Earth's vengeance. Each had sworn to make the Keldarans pay 1,000-fold. This is not just about revenge, Voss said, addressing the bridge crew. This is about ensuring the survival of our species. The Keldarans must learn that humanity cannot be subjugated. He opened a channel to all 800,000 vessels. His voice would reach every captain, every pilot, every marine preparing for the coming battle. All ships, this is Admiral Voss. For 3 years we've carried the ashes of Earth's dead with us. Today we deliver their answer to the Keldaran Empire. He paused, feeling the weight of history on his shoulders. Commence Operation Nemesis. All vessels, execute jump sequence on my mark. The massive fleet aligned itself, preparing for the synchronized, faster-than-light jump that would bring them directly into the heart of Keldaran space. 3, 2, 1, mark. Across the vast emptiness, 800,000 ships vanished simultaneously, leaving behind only the cold silence of space and the promise of fire to come. The Keldaran homeworld of Rex shimmered like a jewel in space, its 3 moons forming a protective triangle around the cradle of their civilization. Without warning, Earth's armada materialized, blotting out the stars, a metal sky of vengeance. All ships in position, Commander Ambrose announced, synchronizing weapons for planetary shield penetration. But before the order to fire could be given, something unexpected happened. The Keldaran planetary defense grid didn't activate. Their orbital platforms remained dark. Admiral, Kivuli said, confusion evident in his voice. We're receiving a transmission, planet-wide broadcast. On the main screen appeared a Keldaran, not a military commander, but an elderly figure in ceremonial robes, its 7 arms adorned with symbols of office. People of Earth, the being spoke in perfect English. I am High Elder Tujalks. We have been awaiting your arrival. Admiral Voss narrowed his eyes. This is some kind of trick. The Keldaran elder continued. What our military did to your world was unauthorized. A coup attempt by Warlord Previk, who believed conquering Earth would give him the power to overthrow our Council of Elders. Murmurs spread across the bridge. Desha Mirza quickly cross-referenced this information with intelligence files. Admiral, there were rumors of internal conflict within the Keldaran Empire, but we had no confirmation. 3 cycles ago, Tujox explained, our society learned what Privik had done. The horror of his actions sparked a civil uprising. Privik and his followers have been overthrown. We have been preparing for your justifiable retaliation ever since. The screen split to show live feeds from the Keldaran surface. No panic, no military mobilization. Instead, millions of Keldarans kneeling in massive plazas, their 7 arms extended in a traditional posture of absolute submission. We offer no resistance, the elder said. If vengeance is what you seek, we understand, but know that those responsible have already paid with their lives. Voss stood motionless, the order to fire caught in his throat. This was not the scenario for which they had prepared. Show me Privik, Voss demanded. The transmission shifted to show a public square. There, the heads of Privik and his generals were mounted on ceremonial spikes, a Keldaran tradition for traitors. We offer reparations, Tuzalx continued. Our technology, our resources, assistance in rebuilding what was destroyed, and more. Importantly, we offer an alliance. The galaxy holds threats greater than either of us alone can face. The bridge fell silent. 800,000 warships primed for destruction now faced not resistance but repentance. General Kalani's hands trembled. My family, 2 billion people, and billions more will die, ours and yours, if we perpetuate this cycle, Tujalx responded. Sometimes the greater courage is to break the chain of violence. Admiral Voss looked around at his crew. The bloodlust that had driven them across 20 light-years now warred with something else. The recognition of humanity in an alien form, the mirror of their own capacity for both brutality and mercy. Voss took a deep breath and made his decision. Stand down weapons, he ordered. All ships maintain position but power down targeting systems. He faced the screen. High Elder, humanity, came for justice. Prove your words with actions and perhaps we can find a path beyond vengeance. As Earth's mighty armada stood down, something unthinkable happened. A new possibility emerged from the ashes of hatred, not just survival, but a future where 2 wounded civilizations might heal together and face the stars not as enemies, but as allies forged in the crucible of their darkest hours. The revenge fleet that came to end a world instead witnessed the birth of something far more powerful than destruction. The first true interstellar alliance, built upon the hardest of all, human virtues, forgiveness.